Hello everyone, this is Providencia and I am here with another tutorial. I've been on a roll this month. I'm telling you, I've been doing mad tutorials. Yes, I have. Even though they've been on YouTube a little late, because it takes time to edit, but I've been really trying to do as many tutorials as I can for you guys. So today what I have here is I'm making Puerto Rican pork chops, and that's the way it's gonna be named, Puerto Rican pork chops, because this is the way we season it up, Puerto Ricans, our pork chops, to make it nice and beautiful and nice and tasty. So here we go. I got here some, because it was in the sink thawing out. I got here some pork chops here, which I'm gonna take it out of the plastic and clean it up. I have to clean it up. When you clean up your meat, clean it up with water and vinegar, okay? That way you could clean your meat real good. All right. I don't know how many pork chops is in there, but I'll let you guys know. Those are thin center cut pork chops, okay? Those are not the fat ones. I like the fat ones, but when I make the fat pork chops, which you could use the fat pork chops, the thicker pork chops with this recipe, but I would prefer to put it in the oven because it's more tender. When you fry it, it's such a thick piece. It's like rubbery and it's like hard to chew. It's not good. Make these pork chops thin center cut pork chops. Use the thin ones. Those are the best ones. I got here some extra virgin olive oil right here. I got here white vinegar. I got here some oregano. I have here this adobo. I'm using this one, and this one is lemon and pepper. All right, this is the one I'm using because I do want a lemony taste to my pork chops, but I got these right here, okay? Like I said, I got my seasoning ready. This one is just regular adobo, but this don't have no pepper. This is the one everybody mainly use. Everybody, like Puerto Ricans, mainly use this adobo, the one with the blue top, all right, or the one with the red top they usually use. And this one is bitter orange. A lot of Hispanics don't really use this one, but I like it because it really makes your food taste good. Well, at least your meat anyway. So if you don't want to use the yellow top, is what I'm saying, use this one. This is tradition, you know what I'm saying? Like they all use this, but I want a lemon taste to my pork chops, so that's why I'm adding it there, okay? So I just wanted to show you guys, because you know me, I got backup. I got here onion powder. I got here roasted garlic. Now, if you don't have to use roasted garlic one. This is the one that I'm gonna use. If you have just garlic powder, use the garlic powder, okay? If you got garlic salt, just be easy because you don't want to put too much salt to your meat because the adobo already got a lot of salt, and also this got a lot of salt, which I'm gonna show you next. This is sazon with culantro y achote. This gives a beautiful color to your pork chop, like that orange color. This is this brand Nor's, but if you don't want to use these, use this one. I got backup, let me tell you. Use sazon. The sazon, if you're not comfortable with this brand, use the sazon. It's the same thing. I think this one makes your meat a little more redder. That's my opinion. So I got 2 packs there, and I have here sofrito. Sofrito It's like a blend of different vegetables with, you know, where it has cilantro, culantro, peppers, onions, garlic. It's like they blend it in a blender or food processor, and that's how you make sofrito. If you want, I'll leave the link below, and you can learn how to make your own sofrito. If not, you could buy it in the supermarket, in the freezer aisle, in the, you know, in the Hispanic area, and you'll be able to buy your sofrito there, okay? And that's how we're gonna make our pork chops. We're also gonna need oil. I think I got corn oil or vegetable oil. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean the meat, and I'm gonna be right back when it's nice and clean. Okay, so my hands are clean, so you're gonna be seeing me mix around the meat and touch it. So if you're not, you know, into that kind of stuff watching it, this is not your video, but I'm just letting you know ahead of time. The cilantro, this will be last. That's last. I always add the sofrito last. So first, what we want to do is, and then I don't know if you noticed, I put it all separate. I put it separate because I don't like when it's all in just one bunch, and then we season everything, and then it's just one pile, and then we gotta really know. I like to do it separately. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm gonna put some extra virgin olive oil because this is like a glue. I always say that. I always season my meats, and I always put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil because I feel like, you know, the season will stick better, you know. And that's last. I want to do the adobo. By the way, be very easy when it comes to spices here, you know. I'm only going to sprinkle a little bit, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit in the other side because, as you know, there's some over there, right? Because I'm going to do it on the other side too as well. I got garlic, roasted garlic, or garlic, whatever you want to use. And we'll put that there. I got here onion powder. And there you go. And we need some oregano. I like to crush it first. There you go. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm going on the other side because I need to do it on the other side as well. Make sure you put it on all your pork chops. There you go. I just made a mess with the oregano. I get cranky, I swear. I hate having a mess. I'm gonna open up the sazon, and I'm gonna sprinkle, and you can see it starts being nice red, a nice beautiful color. And I need to save some for this one too. Okay, let me put more on this side. There you go. Now I'm gonna turn it, and I'm gonna repeat the same side. And I'll fast forward that part, don't worry. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna make sure I season each and every meat every pork chop with my hands. I will be fast forwarding that part as well. And as you can see, I season up each and every pork chop. I just have to do that because I want to make sure all the spices are on each and every pork chop. Now, what we're going to do is, towards the end, I'm going to add a little bit of white vinegar. Let me put it to the camera right here. Espérate, hold on. There you go. Right? A little bit of white vinegar. Two splashes, as you saw. Now let me tell you something. You know me, I don't measure. I eyeball everything. So I hope that you can still make this recipe the way I'm making it, you know? And then I have here my sofrito, and I'm opening it up. And I just took this out of the freezer, so this part is very frozen. So I'm just gonna work with this. I'm gonna add about 3 spoons of sofrito. All right. And the pork chop that was in here, all that juice, mételo ahí adentro también. Go ahead, get crazy. Now, you wanna just make sure that everything has sofrito in it, you know. Put some of them pork chops in there, really marinate everything. You want some of that sofrito in all of your pork chops, okay? Make sure everything is blended in together. And look at all that juice. That juice is gonna marinate. Make sure your pork chops taste real good, okay? All right. So there you go. This is done. This is seasoned. What you want to do now is put this in the refrigerator for like maybe 30 minutes, you know. Like, if you want, you could also make this and do it overnight and put it in a big Ziploc bag and put all your pork chops in there for the next day. Your pork chops is gonna be, oh my god, delicious. But if you don't have that kind of time, and like me, I gotta rush, you know, and I gotta make dinner, this is what you do. You put it in the refrigerator for like 30 minutes. I'm gonna make white rice. I'm gonna make pork and beans. And I know y'all like pork and beans instead of regular like pink beans or other beans. I'm just trying to make a real quick, simple meal here. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna make a can of pork and beans and just, you know, just eat it with that. And I got avocado and lettuce. That's what I'm gonna make today for dinner. And the pork chops. I'm gonna fry these pork chops. So I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator for, like I said, for 30 minutes. And when it's time to fry, we'll be back. Okay, so let me just show you what I'm doing right here. Which I gotta turn the water on, I'm sorry. I got my pork and beans here, nice and warming up. Because that's all you gotta do with pork and beans is warm it up. I also like to add like a spoon of sugar, but it could bring out the sweetness of the pork and beans, alright? I also have my little lettuce here. I opened up my avocado. I always open it up to see if it's good, which is good. Perfect avocado. So I'm happy for that. And I gotta turn this. This is white rice. And I have to turn it. at least once. You know, when you make white rice or any rice, you gotta turn it one time during the cooking process. And I have it right here. And I know everybody's been requesting a rice tutorial, how I make my white rice. I will be making it very soon, but I want to give you measurements. I don't measure, so I already know how much to add, how much water, just by looking at it. So that's why I haven't done a rice tutorial, but I will make a rice tutorial very, very soon, I promise. So I also have here the oil, which that oil is vegetable oil. And I have here corn. I'm gonna also add corn to my recipe, to my dish. Now that's low. Let me see if it's ready to, nah, it's not even ready to fry yet. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna put this high, and when it gets high, then I'm gonna show you how to fry your pork chops. Okay, so I'm hoping that now it's already hot. But before anything, I want to tell you guys about this. I like to grab the pork chop in the bottom first and then work my way up. Why? Because the bottom one is nicely marinated with all that juice. Alright? You don't want to grab the ones on top, you know, because even though it's marinated, it ain't as, it doesn't, you know, the bottom, go to the bottom first, you know, go to the bottom with a fork, grab a fork, and try to grab the one at the bottom, for that way, you know, the one on top could get to be, you know, in that nice juice, if I'm making any sense. I don't think I am. But I know what I mean. You know, the one on top will end up being in that marinade very soon, once we work the way to the bottom up. See if I can fit 3 pork chops in there. I'm gonna try to fit through. And I'm sorry I'm taking long, but like I said, I'm getting the pork chop from the bottom first. Because they're the ones, that's the one that's mostly, you know, marinated first. Then the ones on the top will fall all the way in the bottom and get to marinate while these are cooking. There you go. Let me push this aside. And I got my little napkins on the side, for when I take it out, I just put it in there. When you put them in there, sorry, I gotta mix the beans. When you put them in there, when I put them in there, I usually like to start on medium heat, you know, because you don't want it too high either. Then it just splatters and splashes all over you. You might burn yourself, you know, like it could be dangerous, you know. But that's how I do it in medium. And then while it's in there, and it's already all settled in there, then I put it all the way high. So this is blasted high right now. Now it's gonna start cooking and everything. You'll see. I'm just gonna turn them real quick because I don't want them to curl too much. Because when you leave it on one side too long, it starts to curl up, like, you know, get curly. And I want my pork chops to try to be flat. Oh, this is hard. See, this one is a little curl, but that's okay. And I cannot bear to see a mess right here. Put it right in the middle. And as soon as those pork chops start frying, let me tell you something, your whole house is going to be smelling delicious. That smell of that pork chop, boy. As soon as anybody walks in the door, they know you cooked. Put it like that. Yep. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let it cook for at least, like at least 5 to 7 minutes on one side. And then I'm going to turn on the camera and I'm going to let you see when I turn it, at least a nice color of what you're looking for, more or less. Okay, so we'll be right back. So it's been frying for about like 7 minutes. Alright, you want to fry these at least from 5 to 7 minutes depending on your stove. Alright, and I'm going to turn them. And look at that beautiful color. Hold on. Let me show you that again. Look at that. I like my pork chops like this, but let me tell you something. There are people that they like it more darker than that. They consider it burnt. Hey, come on, you Puerto Rican know what I'm talking about, okay? Because there's been times I made pork chops and, like, let's say my family be like, oh, but I want it more burnt. You know, it's not that they want it burnt like they want to burn it. You know, they just want it more cooked, more darker. I like it golden, like brown. You know what I'm saying? I like it this color. You know, that's the color I like. Some people like it more darker than that. I mean, believe it or not, you know. So I'm gonna cook this. You don't want to cook this on, 7 minutes the other side. Just do it on one side, 7 minutes. Probably gonna cook that like 2 more minutes. Matter of fact, let me show it to you guys, because might as well. My videos is always long anyway, so I've come to the conclusion that my videos are long. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But I guarantee you, I'll show you step to step. You're not gonna miss a step, and I bet you'll make it. So let's see. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna show it to you, okay? Don't worry. These pork chops look good. Yes. These are some nice pork chops. Whoa, you wanna be careful with that. Okay, so let me put more. Remember, start from the bottom, because it got juice and it's been marinating. But be very careful now because the oil is very hot. You don't want to. Be very careful with the oil, please. I beg you guys. I don't want y'all to get burnt and then blame me. You taught me that way. No, I'm just joking. You taught me that way. You said this. And by the way, I'm wondering how many pork chops. Let me see how much you're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pork chops. This was a pack of 8. I thought it was 9, but it's 8. My food is almost done. This is a very quick meal to make, let me tell you. Alright? If you don't want to make beans, just make some pork and beans out of a can. Put a little sugar in there. Let it warm up. White rice, 20 minutes. Pork chops, 20 minutes too. You'll be having dinner in no time in your house. In no time. Hold on, I'm going to put one more pork chop. There you go. You see, the ones on the top ends up being in that juice that it wasn't. Because it was on the top, it wasn't in that juice. The one at the bottom was in the juice. So that's what you want to do. While that's cooking, it'll be in that juice, marinating some more, collecting more flavors. And you'll be good to go. Now, I'm trying to move it to the other side. Okay, wait a minute. You know what? Let me get my iPhone to record this part. Let me get my iPhone to record the pork chops, and then, you know, and then I guess we'll be plating it up because, like, really, I'm not gonna show you the rest of the frying process. So let me show you how it looks with my iPhone. My iPhone shows good quality. Let me show you through my iPhone. Now I'm sorry I have to show you this way, but that's the way I have it. I have it on my stove on some paper towels. So this is the way they look. And you cannot tell me that those pork chops don't look good, alright? I'm sorry, but they do. Alright? Nice, beautiful, flavorful. I'll guarantee you that's a lot of flavor. And it tastes very, very good. This is the way my pork chops look. Alright? Now, you want to make it a little darker than that, like I said? Go ahead, make it darker than that. This is the color that I like my pork chops. The one in the middle. Perfect color for me. I love it. I think that's the one I'm going to make, you know, the presentation. Like I call it. So, yeah, so we're going to fry more, and I'm going to, you know, put this plated, and then I'm going to show you how it looks next. And this is the finishing product. I got here 2 nice, juicy, beautiful, seasoned pork chops. And you're going to love it. Trust me. So do my recipe. And I got here some white rice. I got here the pork and beans. I got here some lettuce. I didn't put no salad dressing yet, but I'm going to put salad dressing in a minute. I just wanted to show it to you guys. I got here some corn and some avocado. And this is the whole plate. Now, tell me, if they was to serve this to you, you won't eat it. I know you would eat it. Trust me. So, I guess this is it. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video. It was simple to make, you know. A lot of people got many ways of cooking pork chops. I know a lot of ways to cook pork chops. But I just wanted to show you something, you know, more Puerto Rican. And, you know, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to me. If you're, you know, if you don't want to subscribe, that's okay as well. But, yeah, this is the dish right here. And I guess that's it. I don't know what else to say because I want to eat my food. So I see you guys later. Bye.